Hey guys, this video is a condensed version of the 6 previous videos on swapping the radiator. After you've protected the fenders and engine bay, you want to get started by removing the radiator brackets, followed by the air cleaner assembly and the radiator fan. When the time comes to remove the hood, and you get the hood support out of there, you want to have one of these adjustable painter poles to help you prop the hood in the open position. And as you can see here, I set up a table with plenty of padding for the hood. And I also added a couple pieces of folded paper towels for both corners in order to protect those areas which can get damaged very easily. Next, what you want to do is break loose the hinge bolts, remove the bottom one, and do the same process for both sides. Then when you're ready to remove the hood, you and your helper can hold it while removing the remaining 2 bolts and take it off the car. My Corvette had a copper radiator, but it started leaking, so I bought a Champion 3-row aluminum radiator. And it's beautiful, beautiful welds, very well made. And it also came with its own radiator cap and a drain petcock. To remove the shroud and the radiator, you need to get the car lifted. I happen to have quick jacks, so that makes my life a lot easier. But in order to get the necessary room to do this, you're going to have to tilt the radiator core support forward. The core support is held by 3 bolts per side. There's one at the very bottom there, and 2 more under the support itself. Now, having AC will make a difference, and I'll get to that in a second. But at this point, you want to get under the car and loosen those 2 bolts. And while you're under the car, you also want to drain the radiator and disconnect the lower hose. Also, don't forget the nose to core support reinforcement bar. With a coolant drain, you can remove the shroud in one piece and also the radiator. You don't need to remove the core support, but like I said earlier, having AC will add the condenser, and unfortunately if you tilt the support forward, the actuator cans will damage the condenser. So I removed the actuator cans, and as you can see here, I have plenty of room now, even with the shroud back in there for testing purposes. I have plenty of room to do whatever work I need to do, cleaning and adding new seals, and also test fitting the new radiator. I also tested the lower bracket seals to make sure they would fit properly, and I also painted the bottom and the top portions of the radiator. I also shielded the new radiator with cardboard front and back in order to protect the vanes from getting damaged during installation. Having the ability to tilt the core support forward a couple of inches gives you enough room to install the radiator as well as the shroud. And here I'm, as you can see, sliding the radiator properly protected into place. I also modified one of the bottom brackets shown there so I would have enough room to open the drain petcock without any interference. And as you can see, I got a little creative there and jury rigged some straps so I would be able to keep the radiator core support pulled forward, so I would have enough room to install, like I'm doing here, the lower radiator hose, which was a breeze with plenty of room without the shroud there. And then after that, I installed the radiator shroud. And again, it's a tight fit, but thanks to moving things forward, I had plenty of room, and eventually it just kind of drops into place without any modifications or cutting the shroud at all. So as you can see, the radiator and the shroud are in, and next what I'm going to do is I'm going to remove the protective cardboard by cutting the paper and pulling the cardboard pieces out. And what I did first was, of course, cut the paper from the very bottom of the radiator. There we go. And here I am installing some of the seals, tightening hose clamps, a few nuts and bolts. I also added additional seals, and I tightened the bottom core support bolts. And at this point, this is what the whole thing looks like. I reinstalled the actuator cans, adjusted the belts, added some coolant, and then it was just starting it up and testing, making sure there was no leaks, no issues. I tried different thermostats and that sort of thing. So installing a new aluminum radiator was a great idea, great investment. The car runs a lot cooler, and I'm very happy with the results overall. So anyway, thank you for watching, and I will catch you guys next time. Take care. Bye.